Good morning, dear students. So another situation is suppose like this. So one problem is given in this way: cos x equal to cos y. Means in both sides cos is there, but here the angle and here the angle are different. In that situation, how will you solve the problem? So you can think like this. Suppose you bring this cos y to the left hand side, then it will be cos x minus cos y. And cos x minus cos y, this is an identity. We recall this identity is cos x minus cos y gives us minus 2 times sine x plus y by 2 into sine x minus y by 2. X minus y by 2 equal to 0. So from this what you can say? Either this sine x plus y by 2 is equal to 0, or sine x minus y by 2 is equal to 0. If sine, then you just think sine becomes 0 when this angle will be this integral multiple of pi. Means you can say x plus y must represent what? X plus y by 2 must represent integral multiple of pi. Here also, or here also you can say x minus y by 2 also should multiply represent integral multiple of pi, means n pi. Okay, dear students. So from this what we get? X is equal to 2 into twice n pi, twice n pi, then plus y comes here as minus y. Or from here what you get? X equal to 2n pi plus y. Dear students, thus you see now, that is either x will be equal to, therefore we can say x equal to twice n pi plus or minus y. Okay, dear students, that will be the value of x. So where this n represents integer, n represents an integer. So when a problem will be given this way, so this is a second situation, so then we will write directly this as the general solution. Okay, dear students, suppose another situation is given to you. Third situation, you think like this: tan x equal to tan y, and where this x and y are not, x and y both are not odd multiple of pi. They are not equal to odd multiple of pi, because at odd multiple of pi, pi by 2, sorry, at odd multiple of pi by 2, tan is not defined. No, you understand? Tan pi by 2, that is not defined. No, so that's why we are saying that x and y are not equal to odd multiple of pi by 2. If that is the situation, in this situation, how to solve the problem? So dear students, here also you can do like this. If we write this as tan x minus tan y, no, tan x minus tan y is equal to 0, and we open this tan x and tan y like this: sin x by cos x minus cos y by, sorry, sin y by cos y is equal to 0. Taking LCM, we can get cos x cos y, means we are trying to combine this both and we are trying to make 1 from this. So cos x cos y will be LCM, cos y into sin x cos y minus cos x sin y. No, this is sin y, this into this is equal to 0. Since this cannot be 0, this into 0 is equal to 0, then we will have sin x cos y minus cos x sin y, which is an identity sine of x minus y is equal to 0. Now sine of x minus y is equal to 0. That means this angle must be what? This x minus y should represent integral multiple of pi, because for integral multiple of pi only sine is 0. Therefore x minus y should represent what? N times of pi, where this n represents what? Any integer. So now from here what you can say? X is equal to n times pi plus y. So this will be the solution for that particular problem, where in both the sides tan is given, the angles are different, and here x unknown and here y is known, and directly you can use this one. Okay, dear students, if it is cos x equal to cos y, then you can use this as a formula directly. Okay, dear students, means here is x unknown, y is known here. Directly you can put the y value here Okay, then this can be written as a general solution. Okay, dear students, let us take exercise 3.4, question number 1. Here you are asked, find the principal and general solutions of the equations. For principal solution, we need to look for the solution of this within between 0 and twice pi. It can be equal to 0 or it can be greater than 0, but it is always less than twice pi. Okay, that is principal solution. And general solution, just now I told you how to write the general solution. Thus you see. So 10x equal to root 3. Then this root 3 is the value of 10, no? 10 60, that is pi by 3. Because you just see 10 60, if it is, that means here it will be, for 60 means for pi by 3, 10 will be giving us root 3. And in this quadrant also, for this angle, 10 can give root 3, because in this quadrant also 10 is positive. So this positive root 3 you can get either in this quadrant or in this quadrant. If in this quadrant you get, the angle will be pi by 3. But if in this quadrant you get, the angle will be pi plus another pi by 3. That means it will be pi plus pi by 3. So this will be also equal to 10 of pi plus pi by 3. That means the solution can be, therefore x can represent pi by 3 or pi plus pi by 3. So our general this what called principal solution will be pi by 3. Sorry, you can say n pi 3 pi plus 1, 4 pi by 3, and 4 pi by 3, like this you can say. Okay, dear students. Now for general solution, we need to write like this: 10x is given as root 3. Now we replace it by the trigonometric function, which can give you this root 3 as the value, which is between 0 and pi by 2. Then it will be 10 of pi by 3. Okay, dear students. So 10x equal to 10 pi by 3. So we will have to replace this root 3 by this angle, 10 pi by 3. So this ratio. Now, dear students, it resembles what? 10x equal to 10y. Therefore, x equal to just now what we wrote? That it is n pi plus y. So n pi plus y. This is our y. In our thinking, this will be y. So n pi plus y means pi by 3. This will be our answer. Okay, dear students, is the general solution. Or you can simplify it further. Pi you can take as common, so it will be 3n plus 1 by 3 pi by pi. That also you can express this. But don't forget to say here that n belongs to integer. Okay, n is an integer. Here n belongs to the integers. Okay, dear students. Then from exercise 3.4 today, your homework will be from exercise 3.4. 3.4, question number 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. This will be your homework. Okay, dear students, and thank you and have a nice day.